Hello subscribers, welcome to an impromptu live stream. I thought it'd be fun to do some live game hacking. And of course I'm talking retro games. So I thought I would start with Space Quest. I have not hacked Space Quest before, and there could be a lot of interesting things in this game. Gotta love that music. Alright. So, we're gonna try to load the game here. Okay, so F7 restores a save game. Trying to find one in an area where you can't normally go. And we will do our thing and see if we can get to an area where you can't normally go. Okay, so this counter might be interesting. So let's try this. So that was 10. That's not the one we want. Is it this one? Nope. Laundry room. That was it. Okay, so 9. 9 is the one to look at. So what I'm going to do here is go a tiny bit to the left. And now we're going to save it. And problem is I have to replace one of my other games. I had copied this folder before I started doing this though. So I'll just replace this one. And I'll show you why I'm doing this. So that was 11. So the two files I'm looking at now are 9 and 11. Alright, so let's come back over here. This is the original. This is the new one. Okay, so now what we do is we bounce back and forth, waiting to witness changes, and one of these could potentially be the position. Wow, and this game file is small, so this is going to be very easy. Alright, so toward the bottom, it is changing the size of the file slightly. So right here, this position is interesting. So 11 is the new file that I just saved, and I went to the left. It became a 77. So what I'm going to try to do is change that to a FF, which is the highest number you can have in a single byte using hexadecimal. So I'm going to save it. Now I'm going to reload the game and see if that changed position. And no, it did not. Okay. So that is not the position. So let's see toward the top. I know there's some changes here. I'm guessing it might be this one here that says 59, because the other one that's similar is a 5C. So they both start with 5, which is very close, and I didn't move too far. So let's change the 5C or the 59 to an FF. And see if that does anything with our position. Sure did. I don't know where we're at, but we're not on the screen. I'm going to push right and left. Oh, there I am. Okay, so I'm in the wall, kind of, but I'm stuck there. Yeah, now I'm stuck inside the desk or the counter. Okay, so that's not the exact position we want, but we know this is part of it. So instead of a 5, 9, 5C was to the right farther, so it was a higher number. So let's try to bump it to maybe 6, 5. And we'll see where that takes us. Got us close to the desk. Okay. 7, 5 will probably be on the desk. Yep. Calling it a desk. I guess it's a counter. There we go. Walking on the counter. Okay. Let's try 8, 5. Let's see where we end up. Okay, now I'm in the wall. Okay, now I can get back here where the robot is. Oh, that's interesting. So they don't have that robot set up with its Y position on the screen properly. Even that wall, they didn't make that a position that you'd go behind. That's interesting. Well, they knew nobody'd ever get back there. But interestingly enough, the red area there, they do have, you go behind it. So that's as high up as I can go. Probably because I'm hitting this little part of the wall here. But it is funny that I'm walking on top of the robot. They didn't draw it further down in the Y plane. Okay. Alright, so we know where that one goes. So let's try another one. Cave. I don't know if this one, there's really nothing here that'd be interesting to walk on. No, so we won't do that one. That's the same screen. Okay, so what about here? Would there be anything interesting? Let's go on here. So we could, this is the O-Rat. We could potentially maybe do something against him. I'm trying to think of what it would be. If I make myself appear maybe on the top, we'll see if the artificial intelligence is smart enough to move him toward you and see if he gets stuck on the top wall. Because I don't think normally you can go all the way to the right either until he's dead. But anyway, okay, so we'll do a test here. So that was killed spider. So I'm going to face this direction, and we're going to save the game. Killed spider. Now I'm going to move a tiny bit to the right. Save the game. And since we already did this laundry room one, we'll do that again. Okay, so once again, file 11 is the one that we want to compare. So here's the original. There's the new one. And once again, it looks like that same spot in the file is the X position. So first off, let's just do that. Let's move the X position really high. We'll do an A0. So that should move us way over here toward the right. Yeah, I'm off the screen somewhere and he's chasing me. And he still reached me. Okay. Let's try that again. I want to see where I was. Yeah, I'm hidden over here on the right side. Behind the cave. Okay. So this time, let's go a little bit further. Let's see if we can actually go into the black area. I'm not sure if it'll let me do that. Nope, it doesn't, because I just went left and it immediately came out. Alright, so let's change the Y position now. $27. So let's reload 11. Alright, now we're going to change the Y position so I can end up on the wall at the top. So I go down. Okay, and then we're going to reopen 11. Because we have to find which byte represents the Y position. Okay, it looks like it's the one to the right of that. Right here, most likely. So that increased in number. Yeah, it went from an A3 to an A7. So what I'm going to do is decrease it now. Let's make it, let's say, a 50. And then reload. And I should be up higher on the screen. Yep, there I am. Oh, looks like quicksand. That's pretty funny. Look at that. He is trying to reach me. So the artificial intelligence is trying to get to that position. It's just he's blocked. And he has no way of doing it. Oh, that's funny. Disappears right there too. Now the question is, if it intersects any pixels, like when I'm on the wall, if that will count. He's kind of wandering around to the left now, like he's confused as to where I'm at. There he goes. So let's see what happens if I go down a little bit here. Oh, there was some intersection of pixels there and it didn't get me. Now he's really confused because he's trying to go just on the X plane. He's not going. There we go. Nope. Yeah, he can't get me. Even though there's pixels. That's pretty funny. Let's see if I come down really far. Yeah, he still can't get me. Oh, there he goes. Okay. So I got close enough and he got me. That was pretty funny. Alright, what else we got? Bridge. Could we do anything interesting here? I wonder if you can save while the rock is falling. Let me see if that's possible. Because if it is, then potentially I could have myself appear below the rock before it hits the ground. I don't know how fast it falls. So I'm going to try to push and I'm going to see if I can save it. I can! Okay. This will be interesting. So let's replace this one with bridge 2. Okay. So now I should be able to load that one, and in the middle, let me make sure it's still falling. It is. All right, this is going to be fun. So I'm going to try to position the character below the rock when it falls, so he'll be on the ground and it'll land on them, and we'll see what happens there. Okay, here we go. So we got to reload 11. And I need to find out what that other one was too. I'm guessing it's 4. Yeah. So 4 and 11. There's 4. And there's 11. And we want to alter the Y position, which I think is this. So we want this to appear lower on the screen. So let's try 6E. Oh, close. Let's try 9E. It landed. It landed right on top of him. Not where his feet position are, but his head. Oh, and then all of a sudden he appears on the other side. And look, the spider's confused. I wonder if the spider will kill me still if I start moving now. Because normally you can't be down here, you know, when you were on that bridge. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, it's really confused. Oh, look at that. That's interesting. So I walked up on top of the bridge there, and then all of a sudden it looks like he fell off of it. Let's mess around with that a little more again. So the spider can't get you once you're back on the ground here. What happens if I go straight up here? Will he fall once he touches the edge? Yeah, he does. Okay, so before I leave this, what I want to do is get him a little higher positioned so that his feet are where the rock falls, just to make sure that there isn't like a detection issue. There, so it landed right on him where his feet were. Yeah, because I push up and I can't move. And interestingly enough, if you watch closely, he slides a pixel. When it hit him, it actually pushed him. Let me flip it over to the DOSBox view so you can see that. Watch his character, watch the character move slightly. Just a couple pixels there. He still could maybe be a little bit higher, just a tiny bit. So let's try that again. So instead of 90, we'll do 8E. That should be very close. Ooh, yeah, that really pushed him. Let's do that again. Wow, yeah, so that did appear to almost hit him because it slid him to the side quite a bit. That's really interesting. Okay, we'll try tiny bit to the right and just a tiny bit up farther again. Yeah, that pegged him. So it doesn't hurt him, but it did detect that he got hit and it moved him to the side. Oh, pretty cool. Let's see here. Are there any others on Space Quest? Ramp. Nope. Is there anything to do here? I could potentially position him up there on the mounds because I'm guessing. Yeah. Let's try this one. Okay. So that's going to be file 2. But what I'm going to do is come up here, save it. Slightly north. Okay, so 2 and 11. So Y position. Let's make it about a 30. That should make them really high on the screen. Oh, it was already eating them there because I was standing there for so long. Oh, it instantly gets him if he's up there. Okay. So now we'll make it higher. Zero. Wow. It won't let him go any higher position than that. Let me try. Maybe it's a negative number once it goes higher. Let's try like a C0. No, that's a low position. That's really interesting. I think this might be the first Sierra screen I have found where it limits how high you can appear on the screen. Because you can't get any lower than 0 unless one of these to the left or right might have impacted. Let's try a 1 here. So that made him go to the right as far as possible. And that's with the 0, 0, 0. That's really interesting. So what if we do a 1 here and then like a C? The game's trying to load right now. It had to do some calculations or something. It took a lot longer to load when I just did that. Wow, okay. And if I adjust this to a 1, what happens? Yeah, he still appears really high. So that's the highest you can go on this view here. That's really interesting. They're actually detecting that the starting position would have been higher and they push you down further on the screen. Okay, well, enough of that. What's this beginning one? Well, you don't have a position here, really. This might be an interesting one to mess with. Because you don't really have a character. Let's see what happens. So that's 1. Let me open 1 and see if I can figure out the positioning or anything. I feel like it was maybe these positions. Yeah, because I changed that to a 1. So right here, let's see what it is over here. It would have been this. That is interesting because it has a position on this screen. Is there anything different here? There's a lot of different things. What would happen if I change this 35? Let's try a A0. I was trying to see if maybe there was like a secret hidden little character that would walk across this screen. That'd be really funny. So that didn't do anything. FF. No. It's weird that there's a position attribute when you're not anywhere in here. Yeah, so that screen doesn't have anything to do with those positions, even though there's some set in the file. I'll set it back to what it was. Okay. Well, that's probably all I'm going to do on Space Quest. There were some interesting ones there. So let's see about another potential game here. The Sierra ones are pretty easy to manipulate. I'm wondering about that Psycho game that I recently reviewed. It doesn't have a save game feature. Yeah, so that... Oh yeah, it does right here. Psycho.save. That's right. Okay. So what did it save in here? Let's take a peek. That's strange. It says C library. It's almost like they're saving the whole executable. They are, I think. Wow. Because here it has dumbwaiter. You can see on the right side there all the text. So essentially, I wonder if that's the executable file. It doesn't start with MZ, so it's not an actual executable. But let's see what... It's pretty close. 45K versus 42. So here's the executable. Executables always start with MZ. Let's see. Yeah, see here's some of the text. There's that C library. And it talks about the different text. There's dumbwaiter. So I think I might be able to hack this one too. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. This one will be a little trickier because you can only have one. So I'm going to copy this. Now we got to quit the game here. There we go. Okay. So we're going to run Psycho. F2 is to load. Okay, I loaded it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the right a tiny bit. Can't go right. Can't go down. Stuck. Oh. Oops. Come on, go back in there. Ah. I don't want to leave the room. There. Went a tiny bit to the left. Now we'll save it. Now we'll compare the hex edited files. So here's the original. Here's the modified one. Now let's see what's changed. So I see something already. This 23. That's probably it. So let's bump this to maybe, well, let's lower it. I want to see if I can make them go to the left. 5. Sure enough, there he is. He's on the bed. You can't get into that room normally. At least I couldn't find a way to do it. Because as soon as you go left, you leave the room and you're pushed out. Okay, so he's stuck on the bed. Can't leave the room from here. Let's see. View. Yeah, it still thinks he's in the bathroom. So let's not make it go quite that far. Let's do a 10 here so that I'm not stuck on the bed. He's still stuck. So basically they made it where, you know, you can't get into this room normally, so they just made every position in that room be a spot you can't navigate to or through. Okay. Well, that was easy. With King's Quest and all the Sierra games, at least you can move around. Like when you're on the wall, you can be walking up the wall and stuff. You can't do that in this game. It just makes you get stuck and you can't go anywhere. Okay. So that's how Psycho does its bad positions. What else we got? I mean, I could do another Sierra game, but it'd be nice to do something different. Could do an AD&D game, but I don't think that really is beneficial. I'm trying to think. Because you can't save in the middle of combat. I was thinking maybe you could do something screwy and push yourself way off into a weird position on the combat screen, but you can't do that with a saved game. Fantasy 3. You can only save the game in a town. So you're already positioned there, so I can't do anything funny with positions there. I mean, there's all kinds of hacking I can do, like modifying attributes and things of that nature. But that's not really that exciting or fun. I don't know if you'd want to see something like that or not, but there's character editors for a lot of games. Wow, I haven't played this in forever. It's showing 2002 as the last time I... Is that right? Fantasy 3? At least maybe on this computer. Wow, that was a long time ago. Okay, let's try that. I do not know how to cause this to quit. I don't think you can, so I'll just have to close DOSBox. Reopen it. Now the question is, which is the 3? The one that says 2? No, that's probably this one. In case you don't know, DOS used what's called 8.3 file name convention. You can only have 8 characters for the first part of the file name, and then after the dot you can have 3. So Windows eventually made it like with Windows 95 where you could have up to 255 characters. So they put in a special thing where it'll put a little tilde. That's what that character is before the 3. And then a number. So it would allow you to actually get to directories you couldn't normally get to. So that's why that's showing up that way. Because Fantasy 3 is too long. It's longer than 8 characters. And so it just happens to be a tilde 3 here. It wouldn't necessarily have to be. And actually this says wiz.bat, so I'm guessing this is not Fantasy 3. It's probably this one, the 4th one. Yep, because that's Wizard's Crown, which I used to think was Fantasy 3, because when I bought this game a long time ago, there were 3 games on the disc: Fantasy 1, Fantasy 3, and Wizard's Crown. And I thought it was the Fantasy series. So, you know, in the late 90s when I did that, or early 90s, I named it Fantasy 4. But Fantasy 3 should have a... Well, it also has Wiz.bat. Let me look. Oh, okay. So originally the disc that this came on, it had kind of like a menu system where you would run that Wiz and it would let you pick which game to run. So that's why that batch file's there. But we're going to be running the main executable. Let me see if PH runs that. PH is the same as Wiz.bat. That's weird. Why did they do that? Well, anyway, we're going to run it to make sure this is the right one. Yep, it is. So I'm going to save the game just so that the file refreshes, so I have a correct date on it. Am I in a different folder? There it is. I'm in this folder. I'm in the wrong folder. That's okay. We'll make it work. So that's what I was saying about the tilde and then the number following doesn't translate directly to the folder. We happen to be in this one. So we're going to copy this and open it in the hex editor. And let's see if we can identify some of the attributes of these characters. Show party. Oh, party's not assembled. Oh, this must be like a blank game? Maybe I have to load the game. What? That's really weird. So there is no party. That's what this means. That's okay. We'll just create one real quick. So let's make a human monk. Yeah, that's fine. D Forte. And we'll just deal with this single character. Okay. There's D Forte. Let's look at his attributes, and then we'll do some translations to hexadecimal here. Oh, come on. Add D Forte. Show party. Alright, so a 13 is 0D, I believe, in hexadecimal. 0A is 10. 11 is B, 12 is C. Yeah, 0D. So we're looking for a 0D, and then we're looking for another 0D, and then an 18 is a 10, I think. Let me think about that for a minute. Or is it 12? It's 12. So 0D and 12. I don't know if I can search hexadecimal. I don't think it works that way. No. Okay. Well, it's got to be within these positions right here, because that next one that says missed, that's an element. Oh, actually, no, it's even shorter than that. It goes to here, because the one next to that air, that's an elemental you can add to your party, and then if you have summoning spell, that's the one you get. So somewhere within here, the 0D and the 12 exists. See if we can find it. And then the 0A is the hit points. Yep, here we go. So here's a 0D, here's another 0D, and there's a 12. So these are the attributes. So the question is, how high can you make them go in Fantasy 3? I honestly don't know. Let's try to make it like 25. I think that's what an 18 is. Okay, so I raised it to 22. I really don't know how high it'll go. And the other question is, if I raise, like, let's say Constitution, is it going to automatically make the hit points go up? My guess is no. But let's try to bump it really high, like to an A0. On all those. See if the game engine can handle that. Ah, 22. Now look at luck. Luck's 160. Weird. That is weird. What if I make these as high as they'll go? This should be 255. Wow, that is strange. So they limit your attributes to 22, except charisma. 20 evidently is the highest that'll go. And then luck can go up to 255. So that seems rather arbitrary, but it's very peculiar. Okay, well, let's raise his hit points too. That's probably this here because it was a 10. And then we have a 7, which is magic power. And I see that as well. So these are probably going to be like current hit points in magic, and this will be like max. So what we'll do is we'll just bump them all 255 and see if it'll handle that. So there's another 0A I missed. Okay, I see it over there. Because my hit points, my current's only 10. So this here is the other hit points I missed. And then the other thing I want to do, yep, I want to see about increasing his level. So his experience is 0. The problem with that is that could be any of those zeros in there, and that's too hard to find. So what I need to do is go kill something and bump the experience by just a tiny bit, and then I can find it and we can raise that. And then we'll just have him level up really high. So let's buy some equipment. And see, he's a monk, so I'm not even really sure what he can use. I have no gold. That's strange. Oh, I have to withdraw my money from the bank. That's right. Alright, so we're going to save the game, and I'm going to have to close this file. And we're going to see, here we go, first encounter. We'll see how these attributes deal with these monsters when I'm only level 1. Am I going to like totally destroy them, or is this going to be a challenge? Four damage, that's pretty low. 3. Yeah, so evidently, even though you have high attributes, it doesn't impact your damage that much. Maybe it's impacting my chance to hit. Okay, 388 experience. That's good. So now we're going to save. And now we're going to reload. Okay, so now what we need to do is bring up a calculator. We're going to do programmer. And we're going to convert 388 to hexadecimal. So we're looking for 184, but here's the kicker on this. This is an Intel-based processor, so it's reversed. So what we're really looking for is 0184. Right next to each other. So somewhere within here, 01 and 84. Oh, here it is. Yep, 8401. It's reversed. All right, so we got our experience. So now, in theory, if I put a bunch of F's here, this should result in a ridiculous amount of experience. So let's give it a shot. Nope. 388. So 8401. So is there another 8401? Start going this direction. 84, where are you? It makes me wonder if maybe the experience is assigned when you go back into town. Because you know how it asks you where you want to distribute them? Yeah, because this is the only place. There is no others. So let me bump it to that. Yeah, it's still showing 388. So I feel like what's happened is somewhere the experience exists, but it's not showing it. Wow, that is really weird. Is it somewhere down further in the file? Let me take a look. Oh, look at this. $8401. Do you see it? See a whole bunch of zeros. It's like that first one was when he wasn't in your party. And then the second one down here is maybe the values for when he's in your party. Okay, well there's a way to deal with this. What we're going to do is remove him from the party. Can you put him back? That's the question. Yeah, there we go. Now let's see what he ends up with. 388, okay. So we're going to drop him from the party, save the game. Reload. Save with the FFs. Head to party. Let's see if he has it now. There we go. Whoa! We went into the gold area. That when I put one of those FFs, it must have been the amount of gold you have. So it's saying we have negative 16 million gold. All right, so he has a lot of experience now. I'm not sure how you level up. I don't remember. Where does that happen? Train? Okay, so that is where we do that. So what I'll do is I'll reset that back to a 0 here. So this will be 65,536 experience. And the gold is somewhere over here. I'm guessing it's maybe this number? I'll just put an FF there and see what happens. There we go. So now I've got 65,000 gold and 65,000 experience. So let's see if we can train him. Party can't afford it. Oh, I have to withdraw? There we go. Okay. Yes, we're going to be able to keep training him now. I wonder how high he'll be able to go. Let's just make him a super character. Super party member. Wow, that's it? I'm shocked. He can only go up that many times. So somehow we have to increase his experience more than just that, because he only got up to level 8. He should be able to learn some spells though. Yeah, 6 spells. Alright, we got to do Fire Flash 4. That's an awesome spell. Summon Elemental. There we go. Okay, so now what we're going to do is move him from the party. Save the game. Reload the game file. So this was the experience spots. Let me put an FF here. Go to the right. It shouldn't be the case, but we're going to see what happens here. Should have been to the left. Wow, that is really weird. They have the experience stored in the most bizarre manner. I'm thinking about this for a minute. Started at the left and goes right. No, I think they do have it the way I should expect. I was confused about that. So the intel is little endian, so it starts at the left and goes to the right. Yeah, that's what's going on there. Okay, so now we'll really build a level up. This will be fun. Wonder how high we'll be able to go with 16 million experience. Monk's kind of the jack of all trades in this game. Okay, so he got to level 21. This character is unable to do this. So is level 21 the highest you can go, I wonder? Weird. Well, let's learn Mind Blast 4. So he can learn all the spells for him. Yeah, so maybe level 21 is as high as you can go in this game. I don't think I've ever reached that. Well, let's go kill some things and see what happens. He should be able to slash. He can't even slash yet? What the heck? Oh, there we go. I was going to say, slashes gives you more attacks. And based on level 21, you'd think he'd be able to do a lot more than that. He missed 3 damage. That's pretty weak. Wow, so level 21 character really isn't overpowered. He's just mediocre. It's more about your gear then. The equipment you have. Okay, so you can't even equip that weapon until, or that shield until I go back. There we go. Go back in there. Okay, now we'll show off a spell. A spell will make a big difference here. Cast spell. We're gonna do Mind Blast 4. Mind Blast only hits some of the enemies, depending on if they kind of resist or not. So it's not guaranteed to hit all the enemies. Like I think there's something called Flame Bolt, maybe, or something like that. That does hit all enemies. I really like this game. Boom. Okay. Well. Save this game here. Okay, what else could we hack here? If anybody in the chat wants me to look at a particular game, let me know. Let's see, I got quite a few things scattered in my game section here. Load Runner. Hillsfar. That might be interesting. I'm trying to think where you save the game in Hillsfar. That was that awful game that I reviewed. The characters. So here's Raznor's stats. So yeah, this would be really easy to hack. You can make your character super powerful. That's not that fun though. Gold Rush, I've hacked that game before. Ghosts and Goblins. Doesn't have a save game. Wizardries, hack those. Darklands, I have not hacked that. Let's take a look here. Not sure what I would hack. I mean, you could hack your your gold and attributes and stuff. That's probably not that fun to hack. The Sierra ones are probably the best because you can move a position on the view and have some really funny effects. Let's see here. King's Quest 3. I love this game. Yeah, this would be an interesting one because this wizard, you know, appears and does all kinds of stuff to you, like zaps you with bolts of lightning and stuff like that. Yeah, let's do this one. I think we could have a lot of fun with. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. We're going to save the game here. Okay, now I'm going to walk to the left a tiny bit. I'm going to see if I can walk down on the areas where you shouldn't be able to see it over there. Actually, I want to save this direction. And go left. Okay. Here we go. It's probably this right here. No, that might be the time. The time increase. Ah, come on. There's a lot of shifting there. I bet it's, yeah, it's a similar position to the King's Quest game, which makes sense if it's the same engine. It's going to be this right here. So let's make it a 0-1. I should be on the very left, like off the mountain. Let's see what happens. Let's see if it makes me fall. That's what I was hoping would happen. That's awesome. Look at that. He's walking around on the... Now what happens if I go left? Okay, it won't let you leave the screen. Walking on the house. Oh, suddenly disappeared behind the house that time. Can I walk in the sky? No, I'm getting stuck there. I'm trying to see if I can go right here. Getting stuck. Okay. So that was this position. Let's lower this so we'll be in the sky. Oh, does the same thing that the Space Quest engine did. It blocked me from going above a certain position. Let's see if we can see the docks way over there. You see these docks? That's a place you eventually go to in the game. And let me try to go to that right side. So that needs to increase. It was 88, so let's try like a C0. Oh, that pushed me down there onto the rock. That's weird. Oh, that's right. Okay, I did the Y position. So we want that to be that, and we're going to do this. Let's do an A0 there. There we go. Walking around in the ocean. Oh, and that's funny. I bump up against that there. You gotta love the 2D trying to look like 3D. This actually would be a cool little picture. I'm gonna take a picture of that. Yeah, I'll do that later. But yeah, that would be cool. Like posting a picture of oh no, a giant invaded the land because he's down there walking around. Oh, and then you get next to the mountain there and you fall off. Okay, let's try this. So I know the wizard appears if you try to leave the area. So let me save the game. Let me see when he comes down to find me. I don't know if it's based on that timer or okay. Or just a position. It looks like it's based on a position. So I'm gonna go, oh, okay. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, save the game, go down a tiny bit, save it again. See, I wonder if I can leave the screen or if it pauses. Yeah, it pauses your character when he starts to do that. Okay. So he's immediately appearing there. It's time-based. Once it hit 57 seconds, he appeared. Okay. That's a cool thing, because I think what I might be able to do is just manipulate this time. Let me open this fourth one. Oh boy, which one is the time? Okay, so here's 3 and 4. Hmm. "57 seconds. What is a 57? $39, okay. There we go, there's the 37. So I bet it's this right here. There's 2 of them. So let's set these to 0. I'll do 0, 1 just so I don't lose track of them. And now when I load the game, we'll see if the timer's reset. Oh, that was weird. It was blank and then it reappeared. I'm sure I got the time right. Oh, here's another one. 37. Let's set that to 0, 1. That one's on 55. Which is, what? 37. Okay. Here's the third one. That one has the 37 and then it has 34s. It's got to be that right there. It's the only 37. That's so weird. Is there somewhere else? All right. There's a better way to do this. It's 40 seconds right now. $41. Okay. Oh, what the problem with this screen is these chickens that are moving right here. That's an animation. So I need to get off this screen because that changes the game file. So let's go down here real quick. Okay, now save the game. 44, 45, 46. Okay, now I have some good parameters to work with here. This is the original, and this is the 2 seconds later. I see a 39 and a 37. An 11 changing to OF. Ooh, actually, it might be that 2C and 2E. So that was a 2E. Ah, that's it. Sweet. All right, so let's see if we can actually... Oh, look at that. So it is position-based as well. It's not only based on the timer that the wizard gets you, but it's also based on the position. Because at 57 seconds, boom, he would hit me no matter what. And when I'm on the screen. And then when I got to that position there, he hit me. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to alter my position as well. Which I think might be this one. 34. So we need to make it go lower, so let's make it go down to like 90. And I'm probably going to fall off the edge here because I'm too far to the left. Let's see if it'll let me go down. Ha! Now the question is, will the wizard find me down here? Let's see how long I get to explore. Oh, so he got me there too. Okay. So let's skip past that spot. Oh, there's the bird flying. Do you see that? There goes the bird. Okay. This is pretty funny. Hey, Foul Goblin. You remember when you used to hack save games, only used on strategy games, adding funds. Never thought to have more fun with it. Yeah, it is fun. There's a lot of goofy situations you can get into. Alright, so we're going to make him go low on the screen. And then see if the wizard can catch us down here. Okay, So I'm going to see if I can get out of this spot by making my guy appear completely at the bottom. So I just touch out of the screen before he has a chance. Okay, I'm on the next screen. Will he appear here? He even appears here? What the heck? Wow. Man, I always knew he was a pain in the butt when I was a kid playing this game. They really put him everywhere. Look at him staring. Alright, let me see something here. Wonder which one of these is the screens. Okay. There's a way to figure this out. I'm just sitting still. There he appeared. Okay. Now we'll see if we can figure out the screens, and then we can just manipulate those. Trying to find if there's a screen that he does not go to. I'm guessing it might be this right here. Maybe. Nope. That must be the direction you're facing. O5 and OE is changing. O9 and OA. That would be the time, most likely. Yeah. Well, maybe not, because the time's next to that. Let me try changing this to an OB. Oh, wasn't that? There's a 12 and a 17 changing. Okay, let's try that. Nope. Already looked at that. There's one way up here too. Oh, that's the that's the file name, screen 1 and screen 2. Okay. This did change. 09 and OA. Nope. Gotta be one of these. Did I already try this one? Nope. This changed 1712 and 1217. Not sure what that is. Not the view. $3D and A4. So this is A4. Let's change that to an A1. It wasn't that one. We'll get it. It's just a matter of time. Okay, let's tackle these up here. 6883. 68. I'm going to subtract 3 off both of them. Nope. This changed. 72. There's no way it's going to be that. Nope. Hey, John Archer. You use some value to cheat for mail order monsters on a Commodore 64. Yeah, that's sweet. Okay. A6. It's not going to be that either, I don't think. Nope. Usually it'd be some number that's just like off by 1 because I only went one screen. There's an 8 down here. That could be it. It's doubtful, but we'll try it. Nope. Oh, that's interesting. Draw 10, view not set. That crashed the game. So that 8 had something to do with drawing. Okay. We already did that. We already did that. I wonder if it's this down here. OE. Wow. This is taking a lot longer than what I thought it would. Just to find the screen. $14.86 A6 3A A6. Wasn't that either. Let's see if there's anything low in the file. Aha. There is. There's a 12 down here. 17. Let's change it to 13. Nope. O2. Draw.pic. Picture not loaded. So that was related to graphics. Crashed it. Oh, 010301. That was a 3. Picture 114 not found. That's interesting. That was a 3. There's an 18 and a 20 down there too. That might be a good candidate. Picture 114 not found. Okay. This one has an animation. That's a bad one. That has animation too. Oh, no, that wasn't it. Was it the direction? 20. Let's just set that real high. Error restoring game. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, you can get yourself in a lot of trouble. Messing with the saved games. That's why you always want to make backups first. It's got to be up higher then, because there's nothing else down there really. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy this whole section. paste it over this whole section. So if the screen position or the screen's in one of those spots, it'll find it. No, that's just position. We'll see if he can get me right there. He even catches you on the wall. That's hilarious. Okay, so nothing there with the screen. What else changes? There is a section here. Nope. Pretty soon these files are going to be pretty much the same. There's a 01, a 03. So let me make both of these 3. 72 and 1. It's not that either. Well, this will make it easy because eventually I'll find the spot. Because I'm making this all the same. We'll do this whole set there. Oh, that's the wrong way. Go this direction. Make sure I didn't mess this one up. No, okay, good. Wow, that's still not that area. There's this here. OFOB. Okay. Okay, what's different? Wow. I only see one thing that's different right here on this view. And it's that... Oh, there's two. Okay. This is 3D. It wasn't that. This 28 becomes a 38. Wow. I still can't believe it's not showing up. Is there anything different here? Let's put the pointer up here. I do see one tiny difference here. 6, 7, and then up here Well, I'm going to wait before I paste this in. Yep, it wasn't that part either. Okay, so paste that in, save. Wow, okay. So this whole top section, none of it is related to the screen. There's just the 0, 0 and the 0, 8 there. So it should be 0, 8. Yep. So these are identical right now, except for at the bottom. So we'll go to the bottom. It's got to be something down here. Okay, what is changing? It's 12 and 17, which I think I already tried. There's quite a few changes here. And then it actually adds on a few bytes at the end. Wasn't that? Zero, zero, 0, 2. That's where we get the picture 114. Okay. Ah, okay. That's it right there, I bet. It's a combination of two. So 072 and 0217. So if I change this to a 16, I bet we're going to get a different picture. It's the same picture. Unless that's referring to drawing a picture on the screen somewhere. That was a 17. Oh, I did the wrong one. Darn it. Okay, that explains it. 72. This needs to become a 71. There we go. Yeah, I'm not seeing any difference there. 72. No, nothing's changing on that screen. That is so weird. I think when it was an 0272, that's when I got the error. Yeah. So that has something to do with it. Yet it's not displaying it on the screen. It's like it's almost like that's some kind of hidden back buffer that they're trying to load another picture into. I wonder if that is the case. Let me see something here. No, it's still a normal picture. Oh, wow. Hold on a minute. That is what it was. Oh, okay. Because I just went right here and I appeared at the stream. But when I load the game here and I go right, it should be the stream, but it's not, it's that. Oh wow, okay. So what that meant was which screen to load when you go to the right. So now I should be able to change it. Let's do like an 0171. And then this will be a different screen when I go to the right. It's the same screen. Look at that. That's so weird. Maybe it's saying you're on this screen. No? Because that would have been the other one when I went right. Wow, that's a head scratcher. Oh, that was weird. Let me see something here. I went up and it pushed me down. I go right, should be stream. Yeah. So why, when I go right here, it takes me to the tavern? That is bizarre. I'm just trying to find the screen that I'm on. 1. It's got to be one of these. There we go. That's a failure. So that is something with the drawing. Let's try 13 there. That one doesn't work either. Okay. Sound. Okay, so that's related to sound. So this is probably sound too. No, that's a picture. Okay. 6. Ooh, wow, look at that. That's interesting. So that's tried to load a partial view, it looks like. It was a 6. What if we do a 4 there? And a 4 works for some reason. Wow. Sierra, you've done some weird things with this. Let's copy this. So that bottom part has nothing to do with it. These files are identical, except for that one line right there. So what I'm going to do is copy that, back it up, and just copy and paste, and I should end up with the exact position that the other save game was in. So it's right here. How many bytes is that? 16. Yep. What? How's it possible? Hold on a minute. Am I getting completely confused or what? What's screen 1? That's a different screen. What am I missing? There's all these two files are identical. All right, we're going to compare the files with this compare. Okay, there's something different at offset 6 and 166. Am I just not seeing it? Okay, I see this one, because that's just the file name. That's obvious. But 166... That's 166. What? There's no difference there. Did the 6 game somehow get changed? Let me look at something here. Zero. Unless that 166 is at hexadecimal. It's saying the one is a 6 and the other is a B. I do not see that. What the heck? Did it do the right file? King's Quest 3 SG .6. King's Quest 3 SG .7. King's Quest 3 SG .7. King Quest 3 SG .6. What the heck? This is, I feel like this is a Twilight Zone episode. Unless this hex editor is some, I've never had a problem with it, but it's almost like it's not showing. There's the 66. Is that what it was talking about? No, it's exactly the same. King's Quest 3 SG.6. King's Quest 3 SG.7. And I'm in the KQ3 folder. There's nothing different. Is this offset? It's saying one has a 6 and one has a B. So the first one, make sure it's doing them in the right order. That's the first one, the 6, yep, and the second one's a 7. So it's saying that there's a B in our 7 file, in this one here. That's not in this one. Oh my gosh, I'm blind. There is, it's right here. Wow, I could not see that. My eyes, I kept flipping back and forth and my eyes just could not see it. So maybe this is the actual screen. There's like nothing left. That's the only thing left in there. So let's make it an A. We're going to restore it. It's the same screen. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna save the game. Oh, the time's gonna change. I gotta do this real quick. Okay. Do our file compare. 6, 7. Files are different sizes. Okay. So it added, when I did that save, it added stuff on the bottom. Again. Let's see how much it added. Well, we already know this section doesn't do anything with the file, so we'll copy this again. Save. We know the bottom has nothing to do with, so we're going to grab this, copy. Okay, now the file size should be the same. We should be able to compare again. So we got to take care of these. We already know about the 1 and the 2. 8. The 166. So we'll copy the whole top section because it had nothing to do with it. Okay. Yep. And then we have, this has nothing to do with it. 8D, 3D. And we know this doesn't do anything. D2. Okay. Let's reload to make sure. Yep. No impact. So we'll do our compare again. So we're back down to just 2 differences here. the 6 and the A. Just so I'm not going crazy, that's a different screen. This is the 6. This one is the 7. Different screen. There's only 2 bytes that are different. This screen 1, this thing here, and then the other spot. So we're going to make that the same. So we'll put a 31 here. Now there's only 1 byte difference. Just to compare. 1 byte difference. And we'll load the game. See, the file names were the same. See that? That's all that was the file name. Same screen. So it's down to that one thing that I changed earlier. This position here. And I changed it, nothing happened. So let's make it a 6. I made it an A. So in theory, making this a 6, it should make me appear on the screen below when I load this. And it does. Oh my gosh, okay. So let's change it to a 2. And we're still on the same screen. Weird. Let's make it a 40. That should be a drastic change. Okay. So I tried to load a partial view when I did that. It's almost like what they're doing is they have a giant bitmap picture, and that thing I'm changing there is somehow telling it where to start reading on that giant bitmap to grab a section of it to then display to the screen. So it's almost like you have to have that number be a multiple of something or it won't draw it properly. So it was an A. What's the other one have? 6. Okay, so let's make it a multiple of 6. So it's a 12. No, it's not that. That's not true because that just failed and it was a multiple of 6. So what about 7? Okay, so that did load. What's adjacent? (7F). Weird. So somehow, I think that's what they're doing. They're using this number. I'm not sure for what exactly, but it's like it's trying to take a snapshot of a section of a bigger picture and then display that on the screen. And I know there are some games that do it that way. So it's not as simple as just having a single number change to push you to a new view in King's Quest 3, evidently. Let me see if there's a way to get it into debug mode. Control D maybe? No. Alt D maybe? Okay, there we go. We're in debug mode. You can type sleep wizard to put the wizard into sleep mode so he won't keep appearing. That's cool. Change your position on the screen. Teleport is a TP. This is what I wanted to see so I can determine how this game save works. So that's 8. Nine. Okay. So all that changed is the screen in theory. Let's close these old ones. Okay, 8 and 9. Oh gosh, massive amounts of changes there. Yeah, so that's no help for trying to isolate it. Well, it just goes to show you that some things that are very easy to hex edit and hack, other things are not straightforward. And the views in King's Quest III, the screen you're on is one of them. How can you do that? There's an interesting command you can do called wizard status. Supposedly. Didn't seem to work though. Wizard status. It's supposed to. Oh, why does it show 05 down there and yet? There we go. Wiz is in Nappy Poo land. Wiz will change in 1824. Wiz status 7. Last Wiz temper was 0. You have 0 without him to feed your chicks. Wiz is not on screen. make Wiz come home equals 0. This room's Wiz XY is 70 slash 130. Okay, so that's the position he appears in on this room, I guess. You've been in this room 30 seconds. Interesting. You're a little wizard. Called him a wizard. That's funny. So what's the largest room you can go? So there's no 100. That's weird. Oh, wow, look at that. I copied myself. When I teleported to room 100, it just made a clone. Can I leave the room? Okay, so that's a lesson learned with the debugger in King's Quest 3. Don't try to teleport to a room that you can't leave, or you will be stuck forever. That is funny. Well, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. I know I sure did. A lot of interesting things discovered through the Hexedit hacking. So I hope you have a good rest of the weekend, and I'll see you next time.